Good evening, one and all. My name is Mansi Rajesh Thakur. Today, I'm going to talk about a famous freedom fighter, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, which is known as Lokmanya Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak Punyatithi is there on 1st of August, and it was the 100th death anniversary of Bal Gangadhar Tilak. His real name was Keshav Gangadhar Tilak, was born on July 23rd, 1856 at Chikhalgaon, a coastal village of Ratnagiri district in Maharashtra. And his father's name was Gangadhar Tilak. His mother's name was Pavitrabai Tilak. He was a social reformer, Indian nationalist, freedom fighter, social thinker, philosopher, and a great teacher who played important role in India's freedom. If we talk about his education, Lokmanya Tilak completed his Bachelor of Arts BA degree in first class in mathematics from Deccan College of Pune in 1877. Lokmanya Tilak obtained his LLB degree from Government Law College in 1879. He also founded Deccan Education Society to teach the youth the nationalist idea in 1880 in 80 in 1884. And if we see Deccan Education Society, he also organized this in 1880s with the help of few friends. His college friends were like Gopal Ganesh Agarkar, Mahadev Ballal Nam Joshi, and Vishnu Shastri Chiplankar. They just have the goal to improve the quality of education for the youth, India's coming youth. The Deccan Society was also set up. They have set up this to create a new education system and taught to young Indians, nationalist ideas through an emphasis on Indian culture, how it reflects. The society was established in 1885, National English School for Secondary and Ferguson College in 1885 for secondary post education. Tilak, Lokmanya Tilak taught mathematics at Ferguson College. This is the college, the picture of the college. It still runs in Pune. If we talk about now the political part, so Indian National Congress, Tilak joined this Lokmanya Tilak joined the Indian National Congress in 1880. He also opposed his attitude, especially towards the fight for self-government and self-rule. He was the most eminent at that time. He was the first nationalist freedom fighter who brought this concept. So he began a mass movement towards the independence. If we see, Lokmanya Tilak was a very strong supporter of Swarajya during the freedom movement. He worked closely with many of the Indian National Congress leaders or people during the freedom movement. There was a trio like Lokmanya Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Bipin Chandra Pal was famously called as Lal Bal Pal, and they were close friends together. During the independence period, Indian independence movement, he was very popular as the father of Indian unrest among the Britishers. And why he called father of Indian unrest? Because he just first of all demanded completely Swarajya. He was the one who's demanded for Swarajya, and Valentine Chirol called him the father of Indian unrest. If we see about the festivals, or see, just there were two important festivals was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, namely Ganesh Chaturthi in 1893 and Shivaji Jayanti in 1895. So this first one was Ganpati Utsav and second was Shiv Jayanti. If we see books, which books is written by, so he wrote many books on Indian culture, like history and Hinduism, like the Orion or research in the Antiques of the Vedas in 1893, and the Arctic Home in the Vedas and the Gita Rahasya and many others. So this was the Orion book written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Arctic Home in the Vedas, and this is the Bhagavad Gita, which he wrote in when he was in the jail. And if we see the newspaper, he just most important, he published two newspaper was like, one is Maratha in English, and Kesari Marathi in Marathi. So both the newspaper actively propagated the cause of national freedom in 1881. Definitely yes. And this was the original copy of Kesari. If we see the film, like is based on his life, like Lokmanya Ek Yug Purush. It came in 2015 January 2, and it was directed by Om Raut, and Tilak is role played by actor Subodh Bhave. If we see this, this is the actor Subodh Bhave who played the role of Lokmanya Tilak. If we talk about social reforms, Bal Gangadhar Tilak really was a great scholar and active social reforms. Despite like being personally, he was against of early marriages, you know, like early marriages, child marriages. So that's why he took out the Act of Consent Bill. So in this, he said like Act of Consent Bill is like the girl should not get married till the time she's matured or she gets period. So the act raised the age at which girl could not get married from 12 to 8, 10 to 12 years. In April 18, like Bal Gangadhar Tilak launched the Home Rule League with rousing slogan like Swarajya is my birthright and I will have it. And in September 1960, Annie Besant launched the Home Rule League at Madras. Now it is called as Chennai, Tamil Nadu. If we see death, so like it's like part is like end of the life. So Tilak was very much disappointed by the Jallianwala Bagh incidents. He was like despite his illness and he Tilak was very issued a call that Indians not to be stop the movement. Whatever happened, you just continue. So lead the movement, but his health did not permit him. His health was like now you stop, but he was suffering from diabetes and become very weak. So in mid July, I think 1920, his condition was very worst, and he passed away on August 1st, 1920, at the age of 64. His famous quote by Lokmanya Tilak was Swarajya is my birth and I shall have it. Then if we say this is very nice one that life is all about a card game. Definitely yes, we can see if we reflect on this. So it is very important. It gives a message that yes, it's we are also like card. Then if we are playing the card as a person, then choosing the right card is not in our hand, but playing well is in your hand. So you determine your success. And this is also the most important. Religion and practical life are not different. But yes, taking sannyas is not abandoned life. You have to stay in your country of, with your family members, with your working together instead of working alone. So that step beyond is to serve humanity. And the step is to serve God. If we see that if we trace the history of all these nations and all into the past, we come at least to the period of myths and tradition, which eventually fade away into impenetrable darkness. So as a geographer, I would like to tell that yes, the geologist takes up the history of the earth at the point where the archaeologist leaves it and carries it further back into remote antiquity. Thank you.